presents.
Hey, welcome. Thank y'all for joining in to another episode of the Radio Godz. I'm your host, Yosemite Sam. I got my peoples with me in here today. We got the professor down here. We got the man himself, Adam O, Mr. Super Producer. And then we got Ross Steen right here, who ain't never paying attention.
I'm paying attention. I'm just low man on the totem pole. That's all.
So,
as long as you know, goddammit.
I hope everybody been doing good during these trying times, man. Like, it's been kind of rough for everybody, but I won't say for myself it's rough. I've been making do, man. The Lord has truly blessed me because things could have been rough, especially since I ain't been to work since March, and I've been able to maintain.
Hey, only thing rough around here is my hair, man. That's the only thing rough. Hey, I ain't
and true hairline.
I can't go in no barber shop or nothing, man. I just ain't with nobody.
I didn't even do that.
Face, man.
God damn.
So you don't want to run the risk of getting the COVID.
Man, I don't want no motherfucker in my face, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes, sir.
I feel you on that. I know the barber I go to when I'm not doing it myself. He got his mask on and everything sanitized, and he should do it right in front of you so you see that everything is clean and the way it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know. I'm kind of leery of people, man. I know people get lazy and cut corners, man.
I feel you on that.
I got that in-house barber, so I'm good.
You ain't got no hair, man. We wasn't gonna even go there with you this week. But since you insisted on jumping in here.
Well, first of all, that boy over here already jumped on me already. You just missed it.
I
wasn't gonna even go there with you this week, man. We had a talk after the show last week, and you told me, you threatened me. Let me get it right.
Yeah, he put a knife to your hairline and told you he was gonna shave the shit off. I remember that. Hey, but look, we're gonna jump into the topic, man. Today's topic is unemployment, finances, and COVID-19. Okay. I think the reason that topic was chose, or the name for the topic was chose, is because it's a lot of things that has been going on since COVID-19, I'm going to say, was introduced hard into the United States. Well, not just the United States, across the whole world. I believe that the United States is the only country that has the wrong idea of handling the situation. And not only does the United States have the wrong idea about handling the situation, we have people inside the United States, the citizens, who's definitely handling the situation wrong. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to say this: the unemployment portion of the COVID-19, where everything has they have shutting everything down, and they were giving out the additional $600 to everybody who were qualified to get the money. Okay, so some of these people were getting damn near $1,000 a week since March, April, something like that.
March, end of March.
So I wasn't able to get
end of July.
Okay, so my thing is this: some of those same people you seen still out here stunting, going to these bars, going to these clubs, wearing all the designer shit. It's the same people.
They were stunting up to 2 weeks ago. They ain't stunting no more.
That's what I'm saying. These are the same people that's out here now asking, hey, brother, can you loan me X amount of dollars? Or can you loan me some change? Can I get some change? They can't even buy a loaf of bread. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying I'm the most fiscal person in the world when it comes to finances, but I have come a long way in my journey to know that you might not have a lot of money, but you need to make the money that you have coming in work for your situation that you have. Meaning, if you know you got $1,000 electric bill Don't take that 920 or whatever it is every week and go out here and go buy nachos and go buy Trues and Rocks and Jordans and all this type of shit because that's what you want. Man, take your ass out here, get a cool little pair of Nikes, get some cool little pair of jeans or something. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids, make that money stretch. Ain't nobody gonna talk about you. You go to Walmart, if you go to Target, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not gonna stay on the soapbox too long. I'm gonna pass it off a little bit, and then we're just gonna branch back around. Hey, you know what? Today I'm gonna start it off with you, Adamo. We very rarely get your insight on some of the topics, brother.
So what are you asking me? Are you asking me what's my take on it?
Yes, sir.
If you are unemployed, if you on unemployment really isn't given to you to pay for like extra stuff like shoes, Jordans, gold chains,
Right.
fast food. It's really there for you to help pay for your bills so you don't fall behind. So anybody that does that on unemployment, that goes out and just spends like, you know, is money that they made and treat it like it's nothing. I mean, you're already screwing up right there because
Right.
you're taking something that is given to you to help you out and you're going to go put it into something that's not going to help you out. Having a nice pair of jeans, a nice shirt, that's not going to really help you out when you don't have a job. So priorities are screwed up. And we can go further past the unemployment. More than likely, if they handle unemployment like that, then when they were working, they probably handle their everyday checks like that too.
I'm gonna step in on that one. I'm gonna say yes and no on that. And the reason I say yes and no on that is because a lot of these people out here that was getting that 920, well, that's with the unemployment that the state gave you, and then the $600 from the Fed. A lot of those people are living better than their paychecks.
But
Some of these folks was only getting $400, $500, $600 every 2 weeks or every week.
Well,
So,
I ain't mad at them. I mean, that's a good hustle.
yes, sir. True. What do you think?
I always say, hope for the best, expect the worst. And it's good, same thing, you know what I'm saying? You hope everybody's taking that extra couple dollars they getting, you know what I'm saying, doing what they supposed to. Like we had that conversation. You hope they paying down them bills, they putting money aside if they got extra to do that. You know, but expectations, we know a good number of them probably not. Hate to say it. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be financially responsible, like everybody else saying. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to say, hey, I got this extra $400. I was able to pay all my bills, get some food, and then you just pray that next week come and you get that same amount, so you keep doing it. Because that, you know what I'm saying? You just hope like hell, okay, everybody's doing everything needed. But hell, I don't think they are. I don't think they are. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my wife, she getting it. We need it. I want it. Let's go. Yeah. But for real, I think the ones that you really, I think that extra income really only there for those people who have the good jobs who lost their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go from making let's say $3,000 a month, all of a sudden you're down to making your unemployment. That's what that extra stimulus money for. Everybody else who's making $6, $7, like what's the minimum wage? $10 now?
Shit, I don't know.
I think it's 10.
It's close to it.
I think it's like 10 for Missouri, 15 in other places. But you know what I'm saying? That extra, if you're unemployed and you was making $10 an hour, shit, you living the life right now. You ain't thinking about saving no money. All you thinking about is doing shit you know you couldn't do when you had your regular job.
So they doing the same thing. They just doing it at a bigger rate.
Yeah, just doing
It's
it
like
bigger.
if you give a person who is bad with money, they're gonna be a worse person. They're gonna blow it just as quick.
That just like with like the lottery winners.
It kind of go back to the financial literacy thing because people really they didn't view it as that. Most people use it as another means of kicking it because I know I look around and I'm out here and people out here every day. People been out here every day doing the whole shutdown thing, everything. Restaurants stayed packed when you should have been eating at home, first off. And I don't know. I'm going to use me for an example. And what I did, I prepared myself for now. Because, see, I'm about to get ready to step out and leave my job in about a month and start my own business. So I took the money and handled some business with it. I didn't take it and go kick it all the time and stuff like that.
You put priorities first.
Yeah, because, see, what happened was what really, like, I've been debating to go back and forth, and something happened on my job where somebody told me I couldn't do something. And you don't tell me I can't do something. I'm going to do it.
Motivation.
I tried to become a dispatcher at the job, but they took it as, we don't want you to be a dispatcher. We want to hold you over here to drive this truck for these peanuts. So you basically telling me you just want to pimp me. And that's what a job is to me, is being pimped. You work a job to survive, but they making the money. You got to think, if they paying you X amount of dollars, you really got to look at it like, what is they making? You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me go to the thing where I say, like, I got some stuff. I got to go see a doctor about a knot on my neck and all that stuff. But once I do that, I'm out of there, man. And like I said, most people didn't take that money and do the right thing with it because you got to think. You got $4,000 a month for like 4 months straight.
Yeah.
That's like 16 grand, man. You could have been sitting there and sharpening your skills to do something else.
And one thing, like YouTube. Like YouTube give you a whole lot of things.
How do you know what are the statistics that show that people didn't do right by it?
I don't know the statistics that everybody didn't do right by it. I just go by some of the stuff I see. I'm going to say a percentage of people didn't do right by it. When you see people complaining about being evicted and all this stuff now, you got that money. You shouldn't be facing no evictions right now.
Because even some of these renters and loan companies and things like that, not all of them, some of them, they gave you their relief where they weren't doing assessing late charges, or they wasn't taking in, like, putting you out and things of that nature. And it wasn't just the renters and the loan companies. You had companies like AT&T and Verizon, whoever cell phone carrier you have, Spire and Ameren and things like that, where they were forgiving things like that for I'm gonna say 2 months. Okay. Even with the what they call it, with who I paid my car note through, Capital One and credit cards and things like that, they gave you a 2-month pass where they weren't expecting a payment and things of that nature. So it's like, for some of these people, not all, that was getting their money, their priorities weren't in the right place. And that goes back to what I was saying, when I'm not saying I'm the best, but as Adam O put it, when he did, he hit it right on the nose when he said priorities in check. Because if your priorities in check when all this stuff was over, even if you wasn't paying the whole bill, you should have had enough put on it, so then when all this was over, you had X amount of dollars to pay and not the whole 2-3 months. True. What was you finna say?
Yeah, see, I looked into that for the mortgage just to see, you know what I'm saying? And the way it was put to me was, yeah, you get those 2 months or whatever, like, okay, cool, 2 months forgiveness. But at the end of that 2 months, they were like, hey, they damn near want all their money on that first day after that 2 months. You know what I'm saying? On that 61st day, it was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
It's called the
that's why I
deferred
said only
payment.
some of it. That's why
I
I
get
said
that,
some
but
of it.
boy.
Man.
But after them 2 months, though, boy, you got a whole nother problem because now they talking, okay, so if your mortgage, like, let's say $1,000, on that 61st day, they like, okay, I need 3,000 now. Damn, Brandon, what's up with your face? What you doing?
This dude. Look, I'm gonna do you one even better, True. My mortgage $1,300 a month.
I'm cleaning my grill, man. You see what to do.
And I was one of those. I was in that situation where they deferred the payment, and they wanted, if you did that, they wanted everything up front.
Yeah.
But, well, like I said, I'm not saying all companies did that. My company was one of the ones that didn't do it, but I know some where the company did do that, where they forgave them and they didn't have to defer the payment. They just went on with business as normal after those 60 days were up, 90 days were up. So that's why I made the comment that I made, because when I speak, I don't speak on things on like what I think. You know what I'm saying? I speak on things of what I know, what I've seen, what I've been through, and things of that nature. You know, just as I would hope everybody else do the same thing. So,
Man,
I'm gonna go back to Brandon.
Wire brush, huh? My bad. What was the question, man? I'm looking for my wire brush. Somebody hit me up. What was the question, man?
Hey, that's part of having a grill, man. No, I was touching on the priorities and things like that for those people who didn't take care of business.
Well, okay, some people could have took care of it and some people didn't, but I just look at the people. I don't know the percentage of the people that did it, but I have I'm in some groups on Facebook, and I see a lot of people who was getting this unemployment and needing assistance, and they've been needing certain types of assistance the whole time. And I know everybody's situation is different, but when I looked at it, when I started doing it, I looked at it as a thing to hone in on what I wanted to do. Because a lot of times we depend on our job for everything. If we didn't have that job, we'd be screwed. And so I know everybody need money and everybody gonna spend money the way they gonna spend it. I just believe certain things people should be smarter at doing. Like if you was getting that free money, you probably should have been setting it aside. And some people probably did. A lot of people probably did. But when you look at those things, people complaining about being evicted and all that stuff, it kind of make you look at it like, kind of like y'all said, where people priorities at? If your priorities messed up, it don't matter what kind of assistance you get or what nobody gonna do for you, it's still gonna be messed up. Like you got people waiting on the unemployment to kick back in, you got people waiting on second round of stimulus checks. You got a whole lot of stuff. You got people that was getting unemployment, didn't even have damn bills for real.
Right.
Getting all kind of government assistance.
Yeah.
Hey,
I know people. Huh?
I ain't mad at it because.
Oh no, I'm not mad at nothing what they did. I just think that people should position themselves, man, to be, I'm gonna just say, financially independent. And that was my whole thought behind it, to become financial independent. Like I said, my thing is like, I've been kind of a little fearful for a long time of stepping out. I know this business already, but I had a fear in myself of stepping out. And it took for somebody to tell me, like I said, somebody tell me I couldn't do something. And that's what it took for me to have to step out. So last night I was online creating my LLC and all that stuff.
Good.
And so, I mean, I just want to be more, like I said, my whole thing with everything, the finances, the economic state that everything is, I just want to make sure that my people secure, man. And that's just really what it is for me. Make sure we cool. And I don't want to be dependent on somebody else to tell me what to do. And everybody know that we come from a family of bosses, basically. people who own businesses and been owning them throughout the years. Even if you go back and do search, all them people in California, all those guys out there in our family, they all own businesses, all of them.
So I got a question for everybody. Do y'all believe people could benefit from a finance class?
Oh yeah,
If
everybody,
you
even I can.
wait, everybody can benefit, but if you ain't willing to really take it in,
And see,
waste your
that's the
time.
thing. And that's the thing. You got to be willing to receive it because, like, we took the kids up to Kumon or whatever one time to get them evaluated, and we was finna put them in there. And the dude told my wife, he was like, the other two, younger two, you might be cool, but the older one, don't even worry about it because she not gonna get it because she don't want to get it. And that's what it is with anything. If you don't want to get something and you're not gonna actually sit there and listen and put your all into it, if you don't want to receive nothing, you just not gonna receive it.
Right.
Because like when we did the thing about the financial literacy thing, Troop taught me something that I didn't even know about. And that was the thing about putting the kids on the credit cards and stuff, building up their credit history before they even get out into the world. So when they get out here, they are already established. I didn't know nothing about that, had never heard it before. And so I believe a whole lot. And that's kind of what we've been listening to all week is different stuff about finances, stuff like that. Basically online from a couple people like the dude, Derek Grace from down in Tampa or whatever, the little tattoo dreadlock dude. We've been listening to some guys up in New York, and it's just been a whole lot of information I've been getting that I had no idea what was going on out here in this world. For real, you think you know what's going on, but you basically only know a small part of what you live in.
I know me and my wife, we've been reading Pastor David and Nicole Crank books and things like that, and getting information from them on being financially literate or making your money work for you.
Right.
Not the land of not.
Hey, that's something you just made me think about. It's a thing when I'm going to say something about people mentalities and money, man. I was watching this thing, man, and, you know, we separated into 3 different social classes. You got your, what you call them, your poor people. You got your mid-level people, then you got your rich or whatever, right?
Right.
And dude was talking about how everybody, you got your, your poor class, your middle class, and your wealthy. And everybody has a way of how they react to money. Poor people get money and spend it as soon as they get it on all these little trinkets, these clothes, and all this stuff that's not going to do anything for them.
Right.
The middle class people get their money and they spend it to maintain the look of being a wealthy person. The wealthy people get the money and then they invest that money into something to make more money. And then they take that money and invest it in something else. So basically they keep having their money work for them on multiple different levels. And a lot of people just don't think like that. A lot of us think that, kind of like it, what white man just jump say, you rather look good than win.
Yeah.
We rather look good a lot of the times than to actually be good. I think that's just a messed up mentality that we got as a people in a whole sometimes. I don't want to look good. I want to win, man.
There you go.
And that's my whole thing. I want to win. And right now, I just feel like it's a lot of stuff out here, man, to help you win right now. If you take advantage of it. Everybody could be winning.
So, with that being said, anybody else got any rebuttals, any questions, anything they want to put to it?
Ain't nothing to rebut. Except the face you make, goddamn, this ugly ass face when he tries.
Man, shit, this fire hot, man. It's hot over here. It's about to be smoking, baby.
We'll be over when you're done. All right, cool.
Bring some beer.
I got you. Heineken Zeros. Okay, cool.
So, you come over here with some non-alcoholic beer, I'm gonna send you back.
All right, well, look, if nobody else have anything to say, man.
That's a waste of drinking.
We're going to cut it off. We're going to end it right here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. to this episode and this week's episode of the Radio Godz. We're going to see y'all next week.